Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Yesterday I recorded this 10-minute play that I'm entering into a contest called Killing for Normalcy. And I wasn't crazy about how I recorded it, and I actually made a few changes in the script. So here is a new improved version, again called Killing for Normalcy. Scene 1. It's a resort's conference room. The backdrop is a window that overlooks a pier that juts well out into the ocean. An easel sits stage left with a sign that says, Apex Products, Inc. 2022, moving our apex ever higher. On stage, just inside one of the wings, Troy, a standard CEO, 50, stands worried with poor posture. And he's talking to himself. You can do it. Be yourself. No, be Steve Jobs. He pulls a mirror from his jacket and says, posture. My coach told me after 40 it all comes down to posture. And he straightens up. And all of a sudden we hear the music from Chariots of Fire, inspiring, and an announcer off stage over the music says, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our CEO, the leader of Apex Products, whose apex does rise ever higher, Troy Johnson. And Troy dons a salesman's smile, strides to center stage, waves like a politician to a few audience members, strides into the audience to shake a few hands, returns to the stage, applauds to the audience, the actual audience, by the way, I'm talking about here, not somebody on stage, and beckons the audience to clap, and then the music fades out, and Troy says, it is so exciting to see all of you here at our offsite. Amanda, age 40, attractive, in a casual but professional outfit, sits in the front row. She stands and turns to the audience. Troy stands tableau, that means very fixed, so it implies that he's not able to hear her. And Amanda says, I'm no saint. After all, I'm a sales and marketing manager. But isn't he disgusting? If you think so, raise your hand. Yeah, Then she turns back around and sits down to watch Troy. Our wonderful products are not our most important product. Our most important product are employees. You. Amanda again stands and turns around to the audience. How many of you believe that? Raise your hand. She nods at and extends her arm to hand raisers to encourage more hand raisers, and then turns back to the front and sits. And Troy says, of course our product line is worthy of you. Just think about how well priced our bronze line is, how our silver line perfectly balances price and quality, and our platinum product, best in class. Amanda stands and again turns to the audience. We have the industry's worst repurchase rate, the second worst return rate. If you've returned one or more of our products, raise your hand. She turns back and sits again. Troy says, I am so excited that we are having this sales and marketing offsite. I know it'll be awesome. How many of you think we're going to blow away the Wall Street estimate? Repeat after me. Make our number. Make our number. Make our number. Amanda again stands and turns to the audience. I have to kill him. She adjusts her blouse so a bit of cleavage shows and turns back around. Troy waits for any chanting to die down. Troy says, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9. The Chariots of Fire music plays again as Troy smiles and bows. Lights fade to 25% and then back up to 100%. And Troy is now turned away, looking at his phone. Amanda pulls in her stomach, sachets onto the stage, and taps him on the shoulder. He's startled, then dismayed. And Troy says to her, didn't you hear? I'll see you tomorrow morning, like everyone else. Why aren't you gone? Go. Amanda says, Troy, How about we watch the sunset from the pier? Troy says, Amanda, you just filed a grievance against me. Amanda says, I know, but... Troy is skeptical, mulls, and finally, all right. Amanda says, I'll change my shoes and see you at the pier in a half hour. Troy nods and pads off quizzically. Amanda is now alone in the conference room, pleading for the audience's absolution. I had to siphon that money. It was for Timmy. Who would have thought a cleft palate would need so many surgeries? Who would have thought that the insurance company would pay so little of it? And now I have to get rid of Troy. He's the only one who knows I embezzled. For now, if I wait any longer, he'll go public and my career is over. Plus, I'd be a total embarrassment to my family, to my friends. I'd be on the front page. But I'm not angry anymore, so if I'm going to go through with this, I have to really work myself up. I need to fight with him. Please support me. Please, please. Scene 2. The end of a pier sits center stage. That can be no more than a few 4-foot-long planks of lightweight plastic lumber that's held together by standing decking, maybe with legs elevating at maybe 15 inches. And the presence of a roiling ocean can be signified just by a sound effect, and or on one side of the pier, a rug on the floor that looks like a roiling deep water. There's a number of them commercially available. Or on the stage's floor, paint maybe a 4-foot by 3-foot rectangle of rough ocean water. On the pier, Amanda is wearing designer label sneakers, while Troy is still in dress shoes. They face each other stolidly. She gets more worked up with every line. She starts. I still can't believe you wouldn't come with me to the abortion. And Troy says, there was nothing I could have done to help. Amanda says, that's not the point. Haven't you ever heard of the need for support? Only a guy could say that. Stop playing the gender card. Women's way isn't the only way. Support that accomplishes nothing is stupid. Besides, you're the CEO. There's a power imbalance and you took advantage of it. You're not my direct report. Amanda says, that doesn't negate the power imbalance. And you also showed what a sexist you are when you apologized for not coming to the abortion and I said, put your money where your mouth is. Since you claim to care so much about your employees, fund on-site childcare. And you spouted BS that funding it would be unfair to the childless and to the shareholders. Fuck the shareholders. And when you strong-armed me into funding on-site childcare, you siphoned off money and hid it by using a bottom-of-the-barrel contractor who cut every corner, and so a child died when the climbing wall collapsed. I think it's time I go public with that. And if you do, I'll tell the board and the media that you were screwing a subordinate and that you dared claim you weren't the father. Your career will be deader than a squashed bug. Oh, really? You must have been screwing who knows how many other guys. Amanda, long ago I had a vasectomy, so I couldn't be the father. Want to see? I'll show that to the board and media. A picture is worth 1,000 words. To show his vasectomy, Troy starts to lower his pants, whereupon Amanda shoves him into the water. Troy says, no, you know I can't swim. Help me. Save me, Amanda, please. Hearing and seeing his desperation, she has second thoughts. She dives in, helps him to the pier, and they climb up. They look into each other's eyes, first in apology, then fear, then thought. They plod off with heads bowed. Scene 3. We're back in the conference room. Amanda's in her seat. Troy is center stage addressing the audience. Wasn't that an amazing 3 days? And I have an announcement, a very special announcement. During the offsite, I became so impressed with Amanda Frost that I have named her Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Come on up here, Amanda. She strides on stage, waving to the audience with a salesman's smile, and they hug. The end. In any event, that's Killing for Normalcy, a 10-minute play that I'm entering into a contest at Upstage Napa Valley. And as usual, I welcome your thumbs up, accept your thumbs down. Look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, which usually consists of my self-help advice around career, relationships, money, the meaning of life, but occasionally is interspersed with piano playing, my reading, my essays, short stories, little plays like this. In any event, I do thank you for watching. Do encourage you to subscribe. I am Marty Nemko.